During this microphone check, I just want to say, that Mike
Austin,
Wiley
Texas,
is a
please welcome to the track, the Rhinestone Cowgirls!
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2008 Cavella Cup champions of the world, the Holy Rollers!
Good evening and welcome to Austin, Texas, here at the Thunderdome, live for round number 5 of the 2009 Cavella Cup Championship Series. I'm Wanda Mike.
And I'm Wesley Page.
And I can guarantee we've got one bloodbath of a roller derby bout tonight.
Boy, do we ever. Before we get into tonight's bout, though, Mike, I know you had a pretty good take on the last bout, and I think Joe's got some highlights queued back there for us, for anybody that missed it.
That's right. If you weren't here to see it live on the webcast here on the World Wide Web or live here to the Thunderdome, the Holy Rollers totally dominated the first half, not even allowing the Putas del Fuego to put any points on the board until almost the first half was over with. The Putas del Fuego kept them in check in the second half, but it wasn't quite enough. Let's have a look at the highlights right now. If you didn't see it, and that's going to bring us up to our standings where we sit so far in this season, Wesley.
Absolutely, Mike. What you've got here when looking at the standings board is you've got the Cherry Bombs and the Hellcats both sitting at 2-0. Not a big surprise right there. I think these two teams expected themselves to be undefeated so far. I think the fans expected to see a lot from these two teams. But I think the big surprise has got to come back to the team that's playing tonight, Mike. The Holy Rollers are 0-1, and they've got to really turn this season around if they want to get back to another Cavella Cup.
Well, you know, unlike the Putas del Fuego that are 0-2 at the bottom of the heap so far this season, the Rhinestone Cowgirls also are 0-1, which is why I'm thinking tonight this whole situation is going to set it up for one heck of a bout this evening.
Well, this is going to be a story of two teams tonight. The standings tell you the story right there. One team is going to walk away 1-1, and one team is going to be joining the Putas del Fuego at 0-2. Tonight could be the beginning of the end for one of these two teams. Now, we've gone over the standings. Mike, let's get right into it tonight. We've got the Holy Rollers versus the Rhinestone Cowgirls. Now, Mike, who do you think's got the edge on defense?
Well, you know, the Holy Rollers have been the best organized team in the league for quite some time. They've won 2 Cavella Cup championships in a row. Their defense has held every other team almost scoreless for the last 2 seasons. However, the Rhinestone Cowgirls are on fire right now. Even though they've got 1 loss for the season and they've got a lot of rookies on their team this year, they have shown the cohesiveness that I think is going to put them on the top this evening.
Well, I guess I'm going to play Whiteley contrarian tonight, because I'm going to have to say the defensive edge tonight's going to be for the Holy Rollers, and that's for one reason. They held the Cherry Bombs to only 53 points. I think that's a very talented offensive team. They did so without Smarty Pants and Punky Bruiser, and guess what? It was a game-time decision. Punky Bruiser is back tonight, Mike, and I think that right there gives you the edge defensively. You've got a lot of experience here on this team. You and I were talking before the bout, and we talked about the culture of the Holy Rollers being defense first and offense second. I got to say, if you're playing the Holy Rollers, I've always got to give the Holy Rollers the edge on defense.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, they got to be still stinging after that loss to the Rhinestone Cowgirls last year. That was the start for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. Even though they lost a lot of players, they've got a lot of new talent. They got the first-round draft picks in the draft back in December, and they have been training their butts off so far to try to make this team work, and they are. They were in the bottom of the toilet the last 2 seasons, and now they're on a rebuilding phase. Not only do they have the defense, but I think they have the offense as well.
Well, I've got to agree with you on the Rhinestones on that part where you said about the draft. And they did not squander any of those draft picks. They were able to get some great skaters like Canada. They were able to bring on a Category 5. Skate Wolf's been a great addition to the team. So I got to agree with you there. Now, Mike, that's a great segue. I think you like this Rhinestone Cowgirl team offensively. Who do you think has the edge tonight on offense?
I'm going to have to go the Rhinestone Cowgirls once again. They've got some second-year skaters that showed a lot of promise, especially towards the last of last season. Skate Wolf and Mummy Dearest, of course, they're holding down the defense. But Category 5, oh my Lord, she is on fire right now.
Great skater.
And can't even read my own notes here. I believe we've got some interviews coming up as well that we're going to show you right now and see what the skaters think of what's going to happen in tonight's bout.
Well, before we go into that, though, I do want to talk about, again, the Whiteley contrarian. I think that the Holy Rollers tonight have got the edge on offense. Here's why. Guess who's back tonight? Smarty Pants, from the land of Down Under, my friend, where she wasn't here for the last bout. That right there, I got to tell you, Smarty Pants makes Sacrilegious better. She allows Hispanic Panic to be a third jammer rather than a second jammer like we saw last game. I got to say, with Smarty Pants back, this might be the team that is able to turn it around and make it into the playoffs this year. Now, Mike, this is one of your big things, is X Factors. What do you think the X Factors are for the bout tonight?
The X Factors of the bout tonight are whether the Rhinestone rookies can step up to the plate and put the points on the board like they need to, which I think they definitely will.
Yeah, and I'd say that the X Factors, Mike, is probably going to be, again, both teams are 0-1. Both teams understand the gravity of this game. If one team loses, they're 0-2, and they're looking up at everybody else. So I think tonight the intensity you're going to have to play with to win is going to be at a much higher level.
Speaking of intensity, I got to tell you, the last practice they had, the last team practice, there were several injuries. Hispanic Panic is skating with stitches tonight that she got in practice 2 nights ago. I mean, this is supposed to be usually it's kind of an easy, let's just sort of feel this through, feel each other out.
Absolutely.
Nobody ever puts their cards on the table for this last practice, but it was so intense, there was blood all over the track.
Well, we had an opportunity to talk with some of the skaters this week. My man Joe Weaver went out there with his crew, and they got a couple of the skaters one-on-one. Let's take a look at what some of the skaters had to say about the bout this week.
Actually, I had my own restaurant on 6th Street, and I was handing out menus down at some local bars, and I met my derby wife. Told her I had 2 jobs, and I was a skater at Sonic, and she told me that I should try out for roller derby, and I did. And yeah, it's surprised me quite a bit. I didn't think I could do half the stuff that I can. It's awesome.
I started doing roller derby because where I worked at the Texas Chili Parlor here in Austin, Texas, there were two people who happened to be the commentators for TXRD, Mike Whiteley and Tim Murphy. You may remember him, little, tall, angry, bald guy with a big red mustache. And so they would always say, hey, come to a roller derby game, come to a roller derby game. And I always heard so much about this roller derby. Como se dice, roller derby? So one day with a fellow coworker of mine, we decided to go to a game where he spent most of the time preventing me from going out into the center of the track. Yeah, I was kind of tipsy. But I decided that I was on the wrong side of the rails, and so when I found out that there was a tryout, I made sure my butt was there.
I had done some other extreme sports before BMX, and just was in the car one day going to work and heard that they were having open tryouts. I thought, I can do that, and here I am. I first saw roller derby when it first started out flat track over at Playland Skating Rink about 8 years ago. I've been skating at Playland since I was 4, and saw it, kind of became obsessed with it. Tried out when I was 18, made it, got kicked off because I wasn't old enough. And then came back when I was 20, about 3 months before my 21st birthday, and begged them to let me train with them, and so on and so forth. Been here 4 years now. This game's actually going to be pretty hard. Just hearing the history of the two teams, we actually beat them last year. We were the only team that beat them, so it's going to be a tough game, and we know that. So just going into the season, or going into this game and the training for this game, it's just been focusing on staying on top of our game and keeping the game on, being on top from the very beginning. We don't want to have to fight back. We want to be on top from the get-go. I knew at the beginning of the season that it was going to be different. You can't always win, and there's always going to be a bigger dog out there. So, guess it's our time to fall. We're, I wouldn't say intimidated, but the Holy Rollers definitely want blood because we beat them last year, and we were the only team that beat them. So they're taking it quite serious, and so since they're taking it so serious, we're doing our best to just prepare. We're trying to train other jammers because, as everybody, or all the Rhinestone fans out there knows, categories are #1 jammer, main point scorer, and we don't want to put all the pressure on her this game, give her some kind of break, but they're a fast team, but I think we're faster.
I gotta tell you, I had a dream the other night that we totally kicked the Rhinestones' ass. Only I couldn't remember a thing about the game, not even the score, which really terrifies me. But I'm pretty confident that we're gonna be doing just fine in this game.
After my last hit, you better be ready, because I'm gonna hit hard. I am. I definitely want to prove that I'm ready to be here. You're going down. We're gonna roll all over your asses. It's gonna be great. Watch your backs. You might have won last year because I wasn't there, but you're definitely not gonna win this year. That's it. Love you, truck stop.
Boy, there's some insight for you right there. Wesley, really quick before we kick off the first band here, I know you like the Holy Rollers here, but who do you think is going to take this one tonight?
Well, I've got the Holy Rollers, Mike, in a rout, believe it or not. I think Smarty Pants coming back, knowing that her team lost because she was down under training those girls in Australia. I think that the Holy Rollers are going to run away with this one tonight. And, Mike, before you go into your prediction, I do want to send a shout-out to the Detroit Derby girls that are out there watching on the World Wide Web. We know you got two dogs in this fight, and we'll be talking about it later during the bout. Now, Mike, who do you like in this bout?
I got to tell you, the Rhinestone Cowgirls are going to take it. However, this is going to be a bloodbath. I mean, there's definitely no love lost between either of these teams, and it's going to be a good one. So sit back and relax. Go grab a cold drink out of the refrigerator if you're watching us live on the World Wide Web, and we're going to kick it off right now. I'm Wanda Mike.
And I'm Wesley Page.
We'll see you back here in about 30 minutes.
Alrighty, Spank Alley is full, and now it's time
to bring out the first team of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, the two-time Covella Cup champion, the Rhinestone Cowgirls!
And Mike, they are riding cowgirl out there.
And here they are, led out by the captain of the Rhinestone Cowgirls, number 22, Orgasm. The co-captain of the Rhinestone Cowgirls, number 777, Motley Sue. This North Sea storm will leave devastation in its destruction. Number 5, category 5. This she-devil isn't even in disguise. Number 5446, Diablo. A cold front down from the north, number 99, Miss Canada. Jamming gears and breaking hearts, the sweetheart of the truck stop. Number I-35, Truck Stop Trixie. She's definitely the leader of the pack, number 88, Skate Wolf. This rhinestone's worth every penny at $10,000 a month. Miss Allie Murray. She's famous all over and leaving death and destruction in her wake. She's money, 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 Miss Notorious. You better watch your liver for this one, number 1800, Mummy Dearest. This one will plow a hole in the competition. Number 12 inches, Dildozer. And this Rhinestone Cowgirl plays dirty and skates nasty. Number 010, Al B. Nasty. And of course on injured reserve, holding up the standards there, Miss Sissy Spankett and Miss Peachy Mean. There you have it, the two-time Covella Cup champion, Rhinestone Cowgirls! And now the challengers, the reigning Covella Cup champions, ladies and gentlemen, the Holy Rollers.
All right, Holy Roller fans, it was a game time decision. Please welcome back your captain of the Holy Rollers, number 24/7, Punky Boozer. Holding down the strategy tonight, your co-captain of the Holy Rollers, number 313, Karma. When she's not on skates, she's in confession, number 7, Sins, Anita Confess. Rookie sensation from Detroit, number 5, Tebza Distresser. Ladies and gentlemen, don't hassle her. She's local. Number Psycho 78, Hispanic Panic. Rated NC-17 and coming to a theater near you. Number 13, Horror Show. She's not just the girl next door, ladies and gentlemen. Number 5, she's just a menace. Pissing off nuns and priests since 1995. Number 311, Miss B. Haven. Poetry on skates and so delicious. Number 77, Sacralicious. Skates so sweet like sugar on your teeth. Number 4.0, Smarty Pants. Hitting people hard since communion. Number 138, Kathy Nix. She's not just lazy, ladies and gentlemen. She's number I-49, Lacey Bones. Bring her your huddled masses. Number C2C, Lady Liberty. And ladies and gentlemen, she's skating for 2 tonight. Number 83, Hades Lady. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2008 Cavallo Cup champions of the world, the Holy Rollers.
We'd like to bring out our referees this evening. Our head referee in charge of it all, Miss D. Toxin.
All right, penalty ref tonight, Dax Wilfall.
Our point referees this evening, Mr. Son of Sam and Mr. York Hunt.
And line ref tonight, that guy and my friend and cohort, El Pelon. Scoreboard tonight, holding it down, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, Jeff, a.k.a. no derby name yet.
And doing our stats tonight, Miss Nona Littlemore, Tits McGee,
and Cry Baby.
At this time, we'd like to hand over the microphone to Miss Mummy Dearest.
Pulling double duty tonight, Mike. She's going to be skating and singing the national anthem.
Hello?
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for our national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's roll. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have got one heck of a bout for you tonight. We'd like to welcome all our viewers on the World Wide Web, all our friends up there in the frozen northeast up there, all our friends up in Detroit, and everybody here at home.
Mike, we got some special visitors tonight also from Dayton, Ohio. Gym City Roller Girls. Where y'all at over there?
There they are. All the way down here. Welcome to Texas. Both of these teams with the exact same identical record coming into this bout halfway through the season. Both teams are off and rolling. You'll notice the pivot up front has a strap on their helmets. They lead the pack. You've got three blockers in the middle. The jammers have the stars on the back of their helmets.
Well, Mike, they're going to make their way through the pack and lap the track once. The second time through, they're awarded 1 point for each opposing player that they pass. Again, that's 1 point for each opposing player that they pass.
Each jam is 1 minute long. Either goes to the time clock or the officials, or if the jammer out in front is declared the lead jammer by the official holding his hand up in the air. Right now, that lead jammer is category 5. Can call off the jam by putting her hands on her hips, and she does, calling it off early in a defensive move of 1 point for the Rhinestone Cowgirls, 0 points for the Holy Rollers.
Well, we change out some players here so far, Mike. For the Holy Rollers, you got to be happy that Smarty Pants and Bunky Bruiser are back for the Holy Rollers. That is a big part of their team, and already we see holding the Rhinestone Cowgirls there at only 1 point.
Well, category 5 was step to skate with Sacrilegious on that one. And she called it off in a defensive move. You'll see as the skaters break out from the pack, whoever's in the lead and has not stepped below the white line, they must stay above the white line to retain their lead jammer status. The official's waving his arm saying neither jammer will be lead jammers. Rollergasm jamming for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. Damsel Distresser is your lead jammer and calls it off for the Holy Rollers. Just as soon as she got through the pack, she stayed above the white line. 0 points for either team in that jam.
Well, you saw a big whip right there, Mike, by Kathy Licks. Good thing to have her back this bout, too. This Holy Roller team is now back together, and I think we're going to see a different team than we saw last bout out.
Oh, without a doubt, but you know the Rhinestone Cowgirls have been working all the time trying to get up to speed as Truck Stop Trixie, the rookie, facing off against the veteran, the trainer, world famous Smarty Pants. She was Rookie of the Year her rookie season, Smarty Pants was, and now she's the veteran. So let's see what she's got in store. As Truck Stop Trixie is out in front, and Truck Stop Trixie is your lead jammer.
This is one of those jammers that the Rhinestones really recruited well and got on their team. One of those young, exciting skaters right here in TXRD.
Boy, the own defense holding Smarty Pants down there as Truck Stop Trixie is really showing her worth. She goes below the white line and will not be lead jammer. You also must stay above the white line to score points. 1 point for the Rhinestone Cowgirls, 0 points for the Holy Rollers.
Whoa, Mike, we were talking last jam about the Holy Roller defense. Oh my gosh, you had Truck Stop Trixie get way out there in front, only able to get 1 point out of that jam. That Holy Roller defense looks like it's back.
We have a minor penalty on the Rhinestone Cowgirls, number 1800, Mummy Dearest, for an illegal block.
Oh, shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame. How's everybody doing out there? Yeah, already looks like a pretty good game. Let's see. I'm going to spin it again. You ready? All right, I'm backing away from the wheel.
Thank you, Vanna.
How do I look tonight? I got rid of the white. Look, I have those things on. Yeah, tug of war. All right, you guys know what tug of war is, right? Over there, do you guys know what tug of war is? All right, make sure you guys give it up for these girls when they line up to do this.
This is the first of our point loss penalties tonight. The Rhinestone Cowgirls at a 1 point possibility. If they lose this tug of war, they will lose 1 point. Holy Rollers putting up Smarty Pants.
She's a really good, skilled skater, Mike. Let's hear it for these girls, you guys!
Come on, y'all can do better right now. We got some Rhinestone Cowgirl fans. Make some noise for the Rhinestone Cowgirls!
Oh, Mike, the Holy Roller fans are popped up now.
Oh, the Holy Rollers take it.
No.
I mean, they're just losing the rope there. Smarty Pants staying upright, and they'll take 1 point away for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. The pack must be in formation before the jam can start. Pack's in formation. The point ref holding up his arm signifying that. And with one whistle, they let the pack go. And here come your jammers.
Well, Mike, we've got Category 5 jamming for the Rhinestones.
Against Horror Show, the veteran for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. And this storm from the north.
Now, Mike, I know you've said that sometimes they cut through the pack like a hot knife. That was cutting through the pack like a hot knife through butter right there.
It's more like a...
it's like a meteor through a dust cloud.
Or a cold knife through a cavelta fish, you know. What do they cut stuff with in Norway? Category 5 is on a roll. The pack is speeding up. They must stay within 20 feet of the pack. Category 5 all alone in Holy Roller territory. There's Damsel in Distresser after losing a little blood the other night at practice. We're out of time in that gem. 0 points for the Holy Rollers. 3 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls.
Well, Mike, Rollergasm a little slow getting up over there. I hope everything's okay for number 22. But you gotta, we talked about this before the bout, Mike. The Holy Rollers have got to put more than 24 points on the board like they did last bout.
And looks like Detoxin's got some laundry out for another minor penalty.
We have a minor penalty on the Holy Rollers, number 311, misbehaving for advancement.
I love that. Advancement. Ow!
Now,
What does
Mike,
that
do you
mean?
ever have advancement when you're at a
Oh, I
bat?
don't know anything about that. All right, here we go. Man, I'm gonna make it fall over. All right, here. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? I'm way over here. Are you ready? Let's do this. Oh yeah! One of my favorite ever. It's called a two-lap duel. This is a no-holds-barred two-lap duel. I used to love it. This is the best. My favorite penalty ever.
And the Holy Rollers, if they substitute on this mighty, they will be at stake of losing 2 points.
Are they allowed to cut across the track like in the good old days, Mike?
You cannot cut across the track any longer. You must stay on the track. However, this is a no-holds-barred two-lap duel, kind of like you last night that, well, we can't go into that right now.
Oh, no,
And the
we
officials
can't.
saying you've got under 1.
All right, here we go.
Looks like the Holy Rollers putting up sacrilegious.
All right, you
And
guys,
stop
make
Trixie.
sure to make some noise when they start going around this track.
We've got Derby Wife versus Derby
Here we
Wife.
go.
Well, that'll
Yeah.
no love lost between these two. Once again, this is no holds barred.
I think they're Derby wives, aren't they?
Well, not yet, but
Oh, yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Pull it out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, go on, go on, go on.
Sacrilegious cannot cut across the track.
Who's it gonna be, everybody?
Well, it's cut
Oh,
across the track.
Sacrilegious is catching up.
Officials haven't said it times, but officials get to the Rhinestone Cowgirls. Rhinestone Cowgirls put the Holy Rollers into negative point territory. Now the Holy Rollers are down by 2 points. A negative 2 points to the Rhinestone Cowgirls 4.
Well, Mike, with Derby Wife versus Derby Wife on that one, now we see why the divorce rate in America is so high.
Boy, I wouldn't want to be on that court right now. Canada and Smarty Pants jamming. Smarty laying in the licks early. Boy, this is a new kind of skater we're seeing out of Smarty Pants. Smarty Pants relies on her skills usually and not brutality to get through the pack. Smarty Pants breaking free and is your lead jammer for the Holy Rollers.
Mike, when Smarty Pants is on her A game, I just don't think that there is a better roller derby skater in the sport today.
Alimony taking her own self out right there is polishing the pavement hard. Smarty Pants falling off the jam, 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls, 1 point for the Holy Rollers. That gives them negative 1 point against 4 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls.
Well, Mike, smart play there by Smarty Pants. She saw the right thing to do there was to take the point, get off the track. Right there, I think Smarty Pants was trying to send a message to the other team. Hey, this is how we're going to play tonight. It's going to be rough. It's going to be a grind, and we're going to beat you guys outright tonight because we are the Holy Rollers.
Well, we've got about 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. All right, remind everybody, thanks for tuning in on the webcast here as the pack is off and rolling, and the jammers are off and rolling. Rollergasm and Hispanic Panic. Hispanic Panic had to get stitches the other night, 2 nights ago at practice, and she is skating today with stitches, jamming for the first time tonight against the Rollergasm. Whoa! Boy, Hispanic Panic is on fire. Is free of the pack and is your lead jammer.
Mike, right there, Kathy Licks tries to help her teammate out with a whip, and she gets taken out. Hispanic Panic with lead jammer position right now, Mike.
Skaters going down left and right as the jammers come into point scoring position. Watch as the jammers look for a whip off their blockers. And Hispanic Panic calls off the jam right before we run out of points, with 0 points for the Holy Rollers and 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. Roy West with 2 seconds remaining. Do you think they would have let that one go to the time clock?
Well, you got to say right now, Mike, even though it's a younger team, the Rhinestone Cowgirls defense has been really impressive so far. Motley Sue in particular on that jam was really holding everybody back. What a game Motley Sue has had so far. And it looks like we got some laundry on the field.
We have 2 minor penalties, one on the Rhinestone Cowgirls, category number 5 for a high block, and one on the Holy Rollers, number 5, damsel for an illegal engagement.
They don't like that very much. All right, here we go. What's it gonna be? Let me move over here. Look at this, it's falling apart. The wheel.
Be easy on it.
Oh, I don't want to see that again. I want to see this. Pillow fight!
Another one of our point loss penalties.
All right, you judges, be ready. Pay attention. All right, you guys, this is crowd participation. All right. You have to listen for who you think won that actual pillow fight. If you scream for your team or you boo, it's really loud. Oh!
Whoa!
Nice! Nice pillow fight!
Very nice.
What's up out there, Austin, Texas? That's pretty sweet. That was a good pillow fight, huh? That was nice. Are you guys ready over here? All right, let's hear it for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. Okay. It doesn't matter how long you go, it's how loud you go, all right? Holy Rollers! Okay, I think I know who won this, but let's hear it one more time. Rhinestone Cowgirls? Rhinestone Cowgirls! Nice! Rhinestones have it.
And the Rhinestones take another point away from the Holy Rollers, putting them back to -2 points, and the Rhinestone Cowgirls 4.
Well, I got to tell you, Mike, Smarty Pants came out there and sent a message on the last jam. She's got to do that again. The Holy Rollers desperately need offense on their team right now to stop the bleeding.
Oh, we've got the Rhinestoners out there tonight, Austin, Texas. Can I hear some noise for the Rhinestone Cowgirls?
Now, Holy Roller fans, you got Smarty on the track. Do we have any fans here tonight for the Holy Rollers?
Boy, rookie jammer Albie Nasty in her first jam for the Rhinestone Cowgirls is taking a licking out there. She gets turned around into the rail. Meanwhile, Smarty Pants is out in front and is your lead jammer.
This is exactly what the team needs right now, Mike. they've got to get Smarty involved in the offense.
Albie Nasty going hard into the rail. She's about to get past. I don't know whose idea in the jam set to put the rookie up against the veteran skater. Albie Nasty, her first Rhinestone Cowgirls. And we're out of time in that jam. 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls, 3 points for the Holy Rollers. That brings them up to 1 point. Rhinestone Cowgirls still holding steady at 4.
Exactly what they needed to get out of the hole. Right there, Smarty Pants puts her team on the board and gets the Holy Rollers going offensively. Mike, they've got to do a lot more of that tonight if they're going to win this bout.
Well, they're finally into positive territory.
Miss B. Toxin coming up here, making sure that the scoreboard is right.
Category 5 and Damsel in Distress are facing off against each other one more time. Category 5 looking for a little bit of Rhinestone help, and she is free of the pack and is her lead jammer. Once again, a bit of a mismatch here as the one-year seasoned skater jamming against the rookie. Misbehaving, going down hard there, and slow getting back up on the track, having a little problem with her hand there. Our paramedics down here keeping a watchful eye trackside. She's up and underway once again. Officials saying this one's going to go the time clock as the time clock ticks away. And we're out of time in that jam. 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. 4 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. First full jam of the evening for Category 5.
Well, Mike, you've got the Rookie of the Year out there. Category 5 from last year, tearing up the track like she always does. Mike, you just look at that skater and you just think to yourself, that's 100% pure athlete right there.
We've got 52 seconds remaining in the first quarter right here. Teams have got 1 minute to get into formation. The pack is off and rolling. And a last-minute substitution there with the truck stop Trixie taking the pivot panty on top of her head instead of the jammer panty. I think everybody knows what's going on right now. Truck stop Trixie is on a roll, but running into the back of Smarty Pants right there. Smarty Pants is as brilliant on defense as she is on offense. Sacrilicious is out in front, but went down below the white line. Will not be your lead jammer. Looks like Sacrilicious looking for some help from Punky Bruiser. Punky already setting up for a whip. Not sure where that horn came from, but we're out of time in this jam. 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. 4 points, a full jam for the Holy Rollers.
Well, Mike, right there, the Holy Rollers get themselves right back in the bout with some beautiful skating by Sacrilicious, able to take those corners so fast, Mike, and speed in this game means so much.
Well, as we finish out the first quarter of 8 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls and 5 points for the Holy Rollers, we'd like to thank one of our sponsors, near and dear to our heart, of course. We'd like to suggest to each and every one of you out there where you're on the World Wide Web to secede from the rest of the beer world and salute the national beer at the Tony Burger Center at the Austin Farmers Market downtown in Republic Square Park. They'll return to the Wednesday Triangle Farmers Market in April of this year, so they're already there. That's once again Pasta & Company, 35th and Kirby Lane.
And Mike, don't forget, you can see Cheryl down there.
That's right. And their desserts are unbelievable.
Now, Mike, more than 3 million people read The Onion each week, online and printed in select cities, making it by far the most popular news organization in its class. 1 million more listen to Onion radio news coast to coast. In 2007, The Onion launched Onion News Network, its 24-hour video news network. The AV Club, The Onion's arts and entertainment section, provide coverage of the week's cultural happenings, be the local or the national. Now, Mike, go check out The Onion, www.theonion.com.
You know, the reason why both of us were late for work on Thursday was Wild Willie Wednesday from Double Dave's Pizza. 8 p.m. to close. All the beer and pepperoni rolls you can handle. We definitely join them for the fun, and you can too. The official Puta del Fuego sponsor. They still hand toss it each and every day. That's Double Dave's Pizza.
Now, Mike, we got to mention our boy down here, Joe Weaver, Hound Dog Production. It's an old dog with new tricks. They are the official webcast crew for TXRD.
We've gone undefeated 2 seasons. We've been blamed for ruining roller derby. So now we're just trying to help out roller derby a little bit and go easy on these little righties. And I hope we're doing a good job. Kisses.
Involved here, though, looking at them on the World Wide Web. If you'd like to advertise with us, contact info at TXRD.com. And don't forget about the Battle of the Bank 2 Capital Punishment right here in River City, June 20th and 21st. The best bank track leagues in the nation will be right here at the Austin Convention Center. Go to the website txrd.com for information, or go to the merchandise booth. You can buy tickets to the next bout and also tickets to the tournament. Once again, that's www.txrd.com. Battle of the Bank 2 Capital Punishment right here live in River City at the Austin Convention Center.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and don't forget the next bout. Mike, where are you going to be on May 17th?
May 17th, right here in the Austin Convention Center. Johnny Stranger will be right in the middle of the action.
It will be the Cherry Bombs versus the Hellcats. That's the bout that everybody wants to see. Both teams 2-0, Mike.
Both teams undefeated. Both teams looking to stay out on top and keep their championship hopes alive. Meanwhile, keeping their hopes alive tonight, both of these teams 1 loss each. This is going to be crucial in either team trying to make it to the playoffs with a win tonight, and both of these teams skating hard and out in front, jamming from all the way from Canada, Miss Canada, your lead jammer for the Rhinestone Cowgirls.
Well, Mike, interesting fact, she was part of Detroit Derby Girls up there in Detroit. I know they're watching right now on the World Wide Web. Want to send a special shout out. They've got 2 dogs in this fight, Miss Canada and Damsel Distresser.
That's right, they had to sneak Canada over the border from Windsor. And Canada capitalizing on that pile up there. As we run out of time, 0 points for the Holy Rollers, 2 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls.
Well, Mike, sounds like the Rhinestone fans like that over there. Currently in the lead, 10-5 over the Holy Rollers.
And I know we got some Rhinestone fans out there. Can you make some noise? Rhinestone Cowgirls!
Well, Smarty's giving the thumbs down. I know we got some fans tonight for the Holy Rollers. That's what I'm talking about, Mike.
Sacrilicious in the pivot. Looks like Mummy Dearest in the pivot taking a big dive right there and taking out Skate Wolf as well. Both of them trying to get back up into the pack. Holy Rollers trying to work the defense as Sacrilicious squeezes Category 5 down below the right line, negating her chance to be lead jammer. Smarty Pants watching her every move. Smarty Pants is, well, being a Smarty Pants, of course. Smarty Pants on the defense here. Plenty of time left, half the jam left. Diablo might be her first victim. Now category 5 going on the defense, and Smarty Pants goes below the right line. Category 5 looking off a whip off of Diablo. I think Diablo's just going to clear a path for her. Oh, Diablo takes a hard hit as we're out of time. 2 points for the Holy Rollers. And Mike, 4 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. Boy, Wesley, both of these teams are starting to claw to the top right now.
Boy, I've got to tell you though, Mike, I am worried for the Holy Rollers if they can't put points on the board consistently. Right there, I'm just wondering why Smarty Pants doesn't turn on the jets and just speed by category 5.
I think she's still toying with her, but she's also playing a defensive game right now. They're in defensive mode. Another veteran skater. Horror Show, a longtime skater for the lead. Albie Nasty mixing it up with Kathy Licks right there. Kathy Licks all over her like a cheap suit. Looks like both skaters getting back into formation. Kathy Licks continuing to dish out the blows against Albie Nasty. Albie conferring with her team captain right there. Looks like they're trying to make a plan. And with a whip to Rollergasm. I'm sorry, that's Truck Stop Trixie. Truck Stop Trixie, not your lead jammer, but out in front. As Horror Show says, we're number 1 and calls off the jam, negating any chance to put any points on the board for the Holy Rollers, but 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. Oh, I'm sorry, that's 1 point for the Holy Rollers.
Well, Mike, right there.
Wait a minute, we're waiting for a visual confirmation there. Trying to figure out if the jammer was above the white line. Still waiting on official confirmation from our point referee there. You know, Wesley, nobody ever listens up here, but 1 point for the Rhinestone Cowgirls.
And looks like we've got a minor penalty.
We have a minor penalty on the Rhinestone Cowgirls, number 010, Albie Nasty for advancement.
Mighty Aphrodite had to take a step out to see her baby's baby daddy.
Oh boy, we've got some guests up there at the penalty wheel. This ought to be pretty interesting.
You know who I'm pulling for, baby?
Detoxin. Detoxin.
As we spin the penalty wheel, Mike, we got to believe there's some bias over there.
Detoxin.
Arm wrestle!
And we've got an arm wrestle, Mike.
Another little point loss penalties right here as the Holy Rollers put up Sacrilegious to face off against Albie Nasty. Al is going to see if she's going to take it or they're going to throw up the ringer here.
And of course, Mike, we'd like to thank the nuns from the Sacred Heart School for stepping up to the penalty wheel. Guess the penalty mistress was, as they would say in the Navy, using the head during that penalty.
Oh, and Sacrilegious is going to take a point away from the Rhinestone Cowgirls. Down to 14 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls, 8 points for the Holy Rollers. Finally, the minor penalties are having a positive influence on the Holy Rollers.
Well, Mike, right there, Sacrilegious does a great job of helping her team out. They really, really needed those points on that particular penalty. Now only 6 points away from the lead. That's very manageable for a defensive Holy Roller team.
Well, of course, the Rhinestone Cowgirls still in a 6-point advantage as they've led this entire bout so far, and Category 5 facing off against Sacrilegious right now. You know, you're going to see Sacrilegious in the Drew Barrymore movie coming out October 9th called Whip It, based on the Holy Rollers right here in Austin, Texas. Sacrilegious is out in front, and she is your lead jammer. Sacrilegious had a lot of face time in that movie as a on-skate talent, I guess you would say.
As a double for Drew Barrymore, if I'm not mistaken, right, Mike?
That's right. You know who's playing me?
That would be Tom Cruise.
Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, really.
True. Meanwhile, back to the action, Sacrilegious looking for some help off of Anita Confess, but not getting any love right there. Sacrilegious is chickening out the last minute, but only puts 3 points on the board for the Holy Rollers.
Watch out for these sneaky Holy Rollers, Mike.
0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this first half.
And boy, just like that, Mike, Sacrilegious puts the Holy Rollers right back in this bout. Only down now by 3 points.
And here come your jammers. The Orgasm against Hispanic Panic. I got to tell you, Panic looked really good in the first jam she had tonight. As a rookie this season, she's doing really well. She used to commute every week from Houston. Now she lives up here all the time. As Rollergasm getting squeezed off the inside. Looking for a whip off a skate wolf, trying to go around the high side as Hispanic Panic trying to make her way out in front. Rollergasm still getting squeezed by the rail with a little bit of help off a skate wolf. She is out of the pack. Hispanic Panic stepping below the white line on her own accord, takes herself out of contention to be lead jammer. I see one of the Cherry Bomb birthday girls down there, one of the twins.
Yeah, what happened to her, Mike? She was supposed to get here for stats.
And we're out of time in that jam. 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls, 1 point for the Holy Rollers.
Well, right about now, Mike, I'm seeing what the Rhinestones are doing defensively. They're playing a little bit of the attaboy on you. They're starting to speed up right as the jammer makes it through the first time. And the Holy Roller defensive blockers are following them right up there. They've got to stop that, and they're falling for it every time, keeping the Holy Rollers from scoring. However, only down by 2 points now with Smarty Pants in the bout.
Well, here comes Smarty Pants jamming for the Holy Rollers. Notorious. First jam is Smarty Pants. We're seeing a completely different Smarty Pants now as she's laying out the licks early on, taking the high line, trying to make her way through the pack. She's got to get by Mummy Dearest. And Mummy Dearest giving a...
Whoa!
And Smarty Pants is slippery as a needle as she goes right on by. Notorious relegated to the back of the pack. Notorious still trying to make it through the pack as Smarty Pants trying to make it into the back of the pack. Boy, the Holy Roller defense has definitely stepped up right now. And Smarty Pants calling this one off with 2 points for the Holy Rollers, 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. And we've got a tied bout with just over 2 minutes remaining in the first half. And we've got a timeout official timeout, which Once again, I'd like to remind everybody to secede from the rest of the beer world and go to the bar and get a Lone Star. We've got many bartenders working hard for you over there. And also like to remind everybody that Rock Solid Realty, owned by Laura Croteau, owns a leasing and management company for 20 years and has successfully completed 2 flips of my own house and currently in the finishing stages of a remodel. So she knows both sides of the business. She was documented and aired on an episode of Learning Channel's Flip That House. If you ever have any rental property that need the responsible, experienced property manager for a residential house or duplex, contact Rock Solid Realty. That's welcome home at austin.rr.com or welcomehomeleasing.com. Miss D. Toxin, we've got a minor penalty.
We have 2 minor penalties, one on the Rhinestone Cowgirls. Holy Rollers, number C20, Lady Libertine for pushing.
Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? We need to glue this thing back down. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, it's a relay race. You guys know what a relay race is? Like in track, they got a baton. You got the baton? We ready? We might not be ready, but get it on out there.
Once again, both teams are at stake of losing a point in this penalty.
It's tied.
It is time.
That's scary. They might come over here and try to beat me up or something.
Mighty, I would like to be the first to welcome you back to the penalty wheel. Thank you. Now, Mighty, this is actually a new event that we just started this season. As a former skater, what do you like about this particular event?
Well, you know, it's a speed race, okay? And they have to keep a hold of the baton. And it's kind of like track, but it's on skates. And I like track back in the day.
Once again, you have to make a complete
Let's give it up for these
the
girls! Oh, here we go.
Mummy Dearest with a complete pass, trying to tell truck stop fixing to
The
take off.
Rhinestones looks like they're ahead.
I think somebody ran track before in high school.
Here we go, here we go. Rhinestone Cowgirls.
And the Rhinestones are going to take a point away from the Holy Rollers with 2 minutes and 26 remaining in the first half.
Boy, Mike, what a big penalty right there. Had the game tied up for just a second, and the Rhinestones grab control back over the Holy Rollers.
Well, the Rhinestone Cowgirls putting up the captain, Rollergasm, up against Damsel Distresser. Looks like Hellcats are on vacation tonight. And the pack's off and rolling. Here come your jammers. I think Rollergasm trying to call a timeout. Rollergasm calling a timeout. Once again, that's a timeout. Rhinestone Cowgirls.
Little bit of confusion on the track there, Mike.
Well, the captain definitely calling a timeout there for the Rhinestone Cowgirls.
Well, it's one of those hard deals, Mike. You never want to be the skater that quits on that, because what if the refs don't stop it and then you lose points for your team? And,
well, I didn't think the skaters really paid any attention to the refs anyway, but you know, we're back in formation.
Very good point, Mike.
And the Rhinestones used up their only timeout of the halftime. Right then, the skaters are off and rolling. Damsel Distresser was a first-round rookie draft pick for the Holy Rollers. Let's see what she can do. It's definitely getting by Rollergasm. Rollergasm getting turned around hard into the rail. Hispanic Panic all over Albie Nasty. She's got her in a chokehold. That does not look very legal there. She's holding her down. That was definitely a chokehold there, and that did not look very nice.
Oh boy, Mike. And Mike, you gotta love that. Kathy Lick skates away, gets right back on the track, and Hispanic Panic takes one of the better players out for the Rhinestones out of the jam.
Hispanic Panic taking her own self out. 3 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls, 2 points for the Holy Rollers.
Mike, just like that, we're in a really, really tight race here.
Of course, Hispanic Panic screwing the pooch on that one because she kept her opposing team player down there, not allowing her to get passed by the jammer and scoring points. She, in effect, took points away from her own team right there.
Well, good point, Mike, yeah.
And the pack is lined up, just over a minute remaining in the first half. Category 5.
And Sacrilegious, so far the Holy Roller hero tonight.
Sacrilegious in Category 5, working out how to get around. Smarty Pass, taking out Category 5 in a hip check up against the rail. Category 5 up and rolling almost as fast as she's down on the pavement. And the official is calling this one off. Just under a minute remaining on the time clock. That one barely moved. And we've got a that's a major penalty. Flag showing.
Mike, I just love how when Smarty Pants falls, she still turns the corner as she smalls. Jesus Christ, she even falls athletic.
We have a major penalty on the Holy Rollers, number 4.0 Smarty Pants for holding. We will reskate the same jam with the Holy Rollers down 1 skater.
So the Holy Rollers are going to have to substitute in a different jammer this time. They'll reskate the same jam set on a major penalty. That skater sitting out that jam in the penalty box. We've got a timeout, Rhinestone Cowgirls. Last jam of the first half, timeout, Rhinestone Cowgirls. Wesley, looks like the Rhinestones are trying to get a little strategy going on here.
Well, Mike, it does look like that. I got to tell you right now, I'm really impressed with the way the Rhinestones are playing. You've got a lot of young skaters on that team. They're coming together. They're starting to gel. You can see it. I mean, this team has got a lot of good years in front of it. They've got some really exciting skaters, a lot of young skaters. And I got to tell you, I really underestimated the Rhinestone Cowgirls tonight.
Well, they're taking a couple of moments to regroup, and we're going to take another moment to thank Pasta and Company, located on the corner of 35th and Kirby Lane. Central Austin ready-made dinners or catering for up to 500 people. We've got you covered. You don't know what you're going to make for dinner tonight? Just stop by Pasta and Company. Pick up a ready-made dinner from the start. They've got a wonderful wine selection all the way to the desserts, which I got to tell you are unbelievable. Wesley, we've got the Rhinestone fans out there tonight.
I hear those cowbells, Mike.
Hey, they were trying to do the wave. You guys, look, pay attention. They're trying to do the wave over here. All right, start it one more time. All right, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, pay attention. Oh, it's coming on. It's coming on. It's still going. It's still going. It's still going. It's over there. Yeah. Yeah. It's all over here. Over here. Whoa. We did the wave. Oh, it's still going. Yeah. That's awesome. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah. Production, you slackers. Oh, there it goes. That's a beautiful sight here, folks. Yeah, Austin, Texas! Austin, Texas, you guys rule. Thank you so much.
Last jam of the first half, and the pack is off and rolling. Here come your jammers once again. Actually, a little bit of substitution there. Truck Stop Trixie and Sacrilicious. Sacrilicious taking her down in a kind of more of a rhinestone move there, and she's going to try to run out the time clock. Both jammers in love lock there, and we're out of time in that jam. 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls and 0 points for the Holy Rollers. We're out of time in the first half. Both of these teams going over strategy over the halftime.
Got the whip for Punky Boozer.
Sacrilicious is trying to get a full jam, but the time clock runs out. We're out of time. 2 points for the Holy Rollers, 2 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. I know we gotta have some Rhinestone Cowgirls out there tonight. Make some noise for the Rhinestone Cowgirls.
Mike, we're gonna have to have more cowbell.
Yeah, we gotta have some Holy Roller fans too. Where are you out there, Austin, Texas? Can I hear some noise for the Holy Rollers?
Oh, Mike, the Holy Roller fans are in the house tonight as we get started with the second jam of the second half. Here we go. Damsel Distresser coming out and jamming for the Holy Rollers, Mike.
Rollergasm for the Rhinestone Cowgirls as they come into the back of the pack, trying to work their way through with a big block into the rail. Rollergasm relegated to the back of the pack. Rollergasm with a little bit of help. Oh, and down polishing the base. Damsel Distresser follows her. And the officials call that one off. 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. 0 points for the Holy Rollers.
I gotta tell you, Mike, on that jam right there, make sure Damsel Distresser is okay. Took a hit directly to the head on that one.
And we've got a major penalty, Miss Detoxin.
We have a major penalty on the Rhinestone Cowgirls, number 99, Miss Canada, for a high block.
And first major penalty for the Rhinestone Cowgirls in this bout as Canada goes to the penalty box. We will reskate the same jam set over again. This time the Rhinestone Cowgirls one skater down. This puts them at a vast disadvantage defensively.
Well, when Mike, we've got one person in the penalty box, they will obviously have the ghost skater out there.
The jammer must make their way through the pack. Once they pass all 3 other jammers, they will get another point for passing that ghost jammer. Whoa! Oh, a giant rhinestone pilot there taking out Rollergasm as she rolls off the inside of the track, taking her out of contention for being lead jammer. Lead jammer is Damsel Distresser.
But I gotta tell you, Mike, Rollergasm is a real warrior. She has taken some hard hits tonight, and she just keeps on going.
Rollergasm jamming and coaching right now. She is called out. Oh, both are taking out her own player again. She is down on the track. The paramedics up and looking at her. And the officials call this one off as the paramedics are up and over. 4 points for the Holy Rollers. 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls.
Mike, I got to tell you, what a warrior there in Rollergasm. She has taken some really hard hits tonight. She's down on the track right now. I know the Rhinestone Cowgirl fans want her back in the bout. She is that kind of skater. She takes a licking, keeps on ticking, keeps this team together, and coaches this team to victory. You got to believe that Rollergasm, if anybody was tough enough to get back on the track, it's this skater right here. Got to send a shout out to Rollergasm. She has really played tough this entire game, Mike.
Well, we got to thank our statisticians over here for keeping us up to speed right here. Well, I want to go more and Tits McGee.
Mona Littlemore, and I want to apologize to Boozy Q. I missed her the first time around. Totally my bad. I love my stats person, Boozy Q.
And Crybaby. You guys are helping us out immensely and helping out the entire league here. As Smarty Pants and Truck Stop Trixie doing a little dance back there. You know, Smarty Pants normally lines up a few paces behind. Ever since she got back in the country after training for 2 months down in Australia and New Zealand, she's lined up right on the line. I don't know whether she's taking a different outlook now or she's just trying to raise the level of intensity, but I've noticed that Smarty Pants all tonight long lining up way up front. Boy, and Truck Stop Trixie getting taken out by Sacrilicious on the pivot there. Smarty Pants looking for a whip off of Sacrilicious. Sacrilicious down off the inside. Mummy Dearest, one of the Blocker of the Year perennial favorites out there, giving a hard hit to Smarty Pants. Truck Stop Trixie free of the pack. Both jammers off the inside of the track. Neither one will be lead jammer as this one's going to go to the time clock, and we're out of time in that jam. 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls and 0 points for the Holy Rollers.
Well, I got to tell you, Mike, the Rhinestone Cowgirls right now, those front leaders in the pack, they're going to skate really, really fast to make sure that the speed skaters like Sacrilicious and Smarty Pants can't get any points. Sacrilicious down there right now asking, hey, why's your pack running away from us?
And we've got a minor penalty, Miss Detoxin.
We have a minor penalty on the Rhinestone Cowgirls, number I-35, Truck Stop Trixie for pushing.
And Truck Stop Trixie to the penalty wheel.
Oh, they don't like that. They don't like that. Austin, Texas, how you feeling out there? Truck Stop Trixie. Are you being Trixie out there? All right, here we go. Who is it? What is it? What is it? I don't want that one. I want judge's choice. What do you want? Judge's choice. Pillow fight, two-out duel. Come on, come on. What do you want? Pillow fight! All right.
Crowd favorite.
You guys know the rules. It's up to you who wins this. Make sure that you judge on who wins the actual pillow fight.
Smarty Pants and Truck Stop Trixie. The veteran and the rookie.
Well, here we go, Mike. And we're off and rolling. Here we go.
Oh,
I know we got some Rhinestone fans that want to see Truck Stop Trixie win this.
Yeah, but the Holy Roller fans are out there too, and Smarty Pants being her usual self.
Let's hear it, people! Who's it gonna be?
Well, it looks like Smarty Pants is just toying with it. Truck Stop's got her down on her knees for a confessional.
All right. Okay, guys. That was probably the longest I've ever seen a pillow fight stay standing up.
Mighty,
You know
I
what I
agree.
mean?
I totally agree with that statement.
All right, here we go. Who thinks Smarty Pants? Truck Stop Trixie!
silencio, por favor. Y'all, this is a no-brainer. The Holy Rollers are the best. We are the fucking best.
Little bit of controversy out there on the track.
Y'all want to do that one more time? Holy Rollers! Judges! Rhinestone Cowgirls!
Mike, that one was a close one, but that's got the crowd for the Rhinestone Cowgirls fired up out there. That's a big penalty for the Rhinestone
Cowgirls got that!
And the Rhinestone Cowgirls taking a point away from the Holy Rollers, making this closer.
Rhinestone Cowgirls!
We are definitely going to need tonight a little more cowbell. That's what I'm talking about, baby. All right, as the pack lines back up now, we've got Category 5 in for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. Horror show. And Mike, you just look at Category 5 down there on the line. That is a 100% athlete right there.
She lines up in a splinter stance right there. I stand corrected. The Rhinestone Cowgirls saved a point. They did not take one away. Category 5, like a sturgeon moving upstream.
What a whip, ladies and gentlemen.
And Hispanic Panic takes her own self out. Category 5 is your lead jammer.
And here comes Category 5.
Whoa! Go through the pack like a hot knife through butter. She's looking for a full jam, getting around misbehaving, and she makes it a moons over my hammy. She's got a slam dunk, a grand slam. Makes it past the jammer. Whoa! 6 points for Category 5 on the Rhinestone Cowgirls.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your favorite skater, Category 5.
Yeah, I know we got some Holy Roller fans out there. Can you make some noise for the Holy Rollers? Wesley, do we even have any Holy Roller fans out there tonight? I said the Holy Rollers. There's 3 of them.
Sacred Heart School alum is not here tonight, Mike.
Apparently not. Smarty Pants is out in front. She's not the pivot.
Whoa, boy.
Smarty Pants definitely not the pivot, but she is on fire out there blocking. She pivots, she blocks. Mummy Dear's trying to help Miss Canada through the pack. This one's going to go the time clock. Both jammers off the inside of the track. The crickets are in the field right now. We can hear as the tension builds. Sacrilegious getting held up there. Neither of the skaters getting into point scoring position, and we're out of time in that jam. 0 points for the Holy Rollers, 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. 2.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Mike, I've been an analyst in this sport now for a little while, and with that jam right there, I think I can comfortably say I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say about that jam. You had skaters being taken out, skaters cutting the track, skaters bumping in the other team's bench. I don't know what to say about that jam.
I told you this is going to be a brutal bout. This one will definitely come down to the wire here as Hispanic Panic faces off against Rollergasm. Both teams have 1 minute to get the jam set in formation.
Mike, I want to take an opportunity right now to thank our beautiful penalty mistress, Mighty Aphrodite, down there doing her thing. Want to send a special shout out to Mighty and say thanks.
We'd also like to thank our friends across the street at Submerged for taking such great care of us and all our halftime festivities throughout the bout and beforehand.
Yeah, Mike, Submerged.
Breaking through the pack slightly ahead of Hispanic Panic. Hispanic Panic now in the lead. Jammer, Rollergasm, both skaters staying above the white line. They're trading off back and forth. Both Jammer could call it off. Either Jammer. Now Rollergasm back out in front. And Rollergasm, your lead Jammer, and calls it off. Big defensive move, putting 1 point on the board for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. The Holy Rollers not scoring a point in that last jam.
Well, Mike, we've got somebody down on the track right now misbehaving. She hit the track hard. You got to hope a crafty defensive veteran like Misbehaven's okay down there. Big part of the Holy Rollers.
Dr. Evil and our paramedic team out there train all the time at this, the best roller derby paramedics in the nation.
Mike, it is never a bad time to thank the great paramedic team we've got out here every bout.
That's right. Dr. Evil will be at the convention with me in Las Vegas, being a paramedic at the national convention.
And Mike, I know that if you didn't have a coat on, you'd be down there in the paramedic staff also.
Yeah, that is correct. I'll be doing that in Las Vegas.
Want to take an opportunity right now to thank one of our sponsors, Rock Solid Realty. Rock Solid Realty, owned by Laura Courteau, owned a leasing and management company for 20 years, having successfully completed 2 flips of my own, and currently finishing stages of a remodel, which documented and aired as an episode on the Learning Channel's highly rated Flip That House. Do you have a rental property you need to fill? Need a responsible, experienced property manager for residential house or duplex? Call Rock Solid Realty. Back underway.
That's right, back underway. 2 jams remaining in the third quarter as Smarty Pants trying to school Truck Stop Trixie one more time. The Holy Roller defense definitely stacking up. This is a different Holy Roller team than we saw the last bout they were in.
And Mike, this is the problem that the Holy Rollers are having right now, is that initial breakthrough of the pack. Even a skater as talented as Smarty can't break through those top 3 skaters.
Oh, the Holy Rollers trying to set up a wall, taking out half of their defense. Let's see if there's still enough time on the time clock for Smarty Pants to get back around out front. Truck Stop Trixie finally free of the pack as Smarty Pants scoring points left and right. And the time clock robs the Holy Rollers many more points. 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. 1 point for the Holy Rollers.
Boy, Mike, Rhinestone fans have got to be so happy tonight. That young defense is starting to gel. They are holding the Holy Rollers back. Even a talented jammer like Smarty Pants, Sacrilegious, they can't break through those front 2 blockers. The Rhinestone fans have got to be happy with the defense that the Rhinestone Cowgirls are playing tonight.
Yeah, but the Holy Roller fans have got to be on their feet because this jam is coming down to the wire. This bout is neck and neck. This is the last jam of the third quarter. Kathy Licks in a tumble there with category 5. Smarty Pants can't get up fast enough. Miss Canada with a hard hit there.
That was Detroit versus Detroit right there, Mike.
Boy, I tell you what. Canada took her out, trying to open up a hole for category 5. Category is out in front, but she is not your lead jammer. Damsel in Distress are still mired up in the back of the pack as she finally breaks through the pack. And And the officials call this one off. We are out of time in this quarter and out of time in that jam. 0 points for the Holy Rollers, 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls.
Well, Mike, we're in for another barn burner right now. We've got a 4-point game between these two teams, and I know Miss Canada says hi to the Pissed Offs. The Pissed Off, her former team at Detroit City Roller Girls. Special shout out from Miss Canada. And we're back and underway, Mike,
with the last and 4th quarter of tonight's bout. Category 5 in Sacrilicious, your jammer. Sacrilicious taking the high line. She's taking a whip off of Smarty Pants with a little bit of a push. And Sacrilicious is your lead jammer. Wesley, I got to tell you, I saw both of these teams. I've never seen both teams at the 3rd, 4th break sitting down in conference like that before. They were both going over strategies, and Sacrilicious is on fire in this first jam of the 4th quarter. Smarty Pants looking for a big block on Category 5. Category 5 trying to get around her. Sacrilicious coming into point scoring position.
Little bit of fatigue showing on Sacrilicious there, Mike.
Whoa, getting taken out by her own jammer, her own skater. The jammer
Mike.
down, the officials calling that one off.
Oh, Mike, that looked bad from up here in the booth.
Well, she's had a history of some shoulder injuries there, and she did a nice flip there over the skate of one of her blockers.
That's one of those hits, Mike, where the initial pain may not be as bad, but I got to tell you, you know that hurts when it first happens. I mean, the leg just thrown back and slammed into the track. You got to hope Sac's okay down there. She's a big part of that team.
Well, we got our crack paramedics on it right now.
And Mike, also want to take an opportunity here to thank Decider.com for all events, music, and movies, food and drinks right here in Austin, Texas. Decider.com and Sacrilicious. What a warrior. She is back on her feet, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, she's had a history of shoulder injuries right there, and she fell right on that bad shoulder. But paramedics still going to continue to check her out a little bit and everything. And score still stays Rhinestone Cowgirls 26, Holy Rollers 22. We've got a little over 7 minutes remaining in this bout, as Smarty Pants lining up on the inside against Rollergasm. First time we've seen these two pair it off tonight. Holy Roller fans will note that Smarty Pants normally lines up 2 steps back to get a run at the competition just to mess with her head. She's been lining up right on the wire tonight, trying to get right into it. She's getting the whip off at Kathy Licks as Kathy Licks lets Rollergasm go by, but comes back up in there for another hit. Now they're double teaming up on Rollergasm as she's fighting her way towards the front as Smarty Pants takes a tumble off the infield with a whip off of Skate Wolf. Rollergasm is your lead jammer.
I got to tell you, Mike, Rollergasm tonight has been a real warrior for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. She's taken some really tough licks out there, and she continues to lead her team on to victory.
Motley Sue and Skate Wolf having to drag themselves back into the pack, afraid of being of the 20-foot out in front of the pack rule there. Now they're out of time in that jam. 0 points for the Holy Rollers, 1 point for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. Just over 6 minutes remaining in this bout.
You know, Mike, Rollergasm is one of those great skaters in the league. What a great leader, what a great motivator, what a great leader on a team with a lot of young skaters. And boy, Mike, she has taken some really hard hits tonight. I cannot say enough great things about Rollergasm. She has really taken hold of this team.
Both these teams take a lot of hard hits. Speaking of hard hits, we've got a minor penalty.
We have a minor penalty on the Rhinestone Cowgirls, number 777, Motley Sue, for an illegal block.
Oh, how you doing, Motley? Here we go, here we go. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Tug of war. You know what? I want arm wrestling. All right, I'm going to say it one more time. All right, here we go. If it's lame, I'm going to change it. Arm wrestling! I got my wish after all. That was loud.
Let's see. Well, the Holy Roller's going to put Sacrilegious up again. Let's see if Motley Sue's going to take this one or opt for a sub. Once again, the team that has the penalty, if they sub out a skater, they're at stake of losing 2 points.
Well, Mike, I see Motley Sue down there taking the pad off. It looks like she's going to sit in on this one.
Let's hear it, folks!
Guns on her.
Are you out there?
In arm wrestling. Oh!
Whoa! Holy Rollers!
Holy Rollers take a point away from the Rhinestone Cowgirls.
And Sacrilegious, Mike, says forget about it. That's 2 arm wrestling matches. She's won tonight, and this one with a bad shoulder.
She won the other one's last bout. She is undefeated in arm wrestling this year.
Oh, Mike, those Rhinestone fans are getting fired up. I'm feeling it.
Smarty Pants and Truck Stop Trixie again. Truck Stop trying to talk Smarty Pants too as Anita Confess taking Miss Canada with a huge fall right there. Damage to the stretcher right beside her. Not sure what Truck Stop Trixie is doing other than getting mired up in the pack. Now she's got the pedal down. It's a wall of Holy Rollers. She's trying to bust it with her head to no available. Now she's down taking confessional. Not sure what Truck Stop Trixie's strategy is unless she's going to wait to go back on defense. No lead jam. What lead jammer is Smarty Pants. And we're out of time in that jam. 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. 1 point for the Holy Rollers with just over 5 minutes remaining in this bout.
Hey, Mike and Wes, are you guys going to the after party at Bull McCabe's?
I'll see you at Bull McCabe's, my favorite Irish pub in town.
Let's see if I can get kicked out again.
Now, Mighty, I would only ask that you not get kicked out this time.
No, let's try it.
How are we going to hang out if you get kicked out of Bull
I'll hang out
McCabe's?
for a little bit, but then I'll get kicked out. Yeah?
Well, we'll see. And the officials confirm we have a major penalty, Miss D. Toxin.
We have a major penalty on the Rhinestone Cowgirls on number 1800, Mummy Dearest, for illegal engagement. This would have been a minor penalty, but since it's her 3rd minor penalty, it is a major penalty.
Her 3rd minor penalty will make it a major penalty. 3 major penalties, and she is ejected from the Thunderdome.
Mike, if you want the opportunity to take home one of those great TXRD souvenirs, go stop by our merch booth. We've got some brand new t-shirt designs. If you've already got an old t-shirt, don't worry, we've got new t-shirt designs over there for you at the merch booth.
That's right, new for 2009. And also, we have tickets on sale for the next bout right here, May 17 in the Austin Convention Center as the Hellcats face off against
the Cherry Bombs, Mike. Mike, both these teams are undefeated.
That's right. They both have an unblemished record. One of them is going to go home with a loss. Rhinestone Cowgirls right now trying to hold their championship hopes alive against the Holy Rollers as Truck Stop Trixie trying to make her way through the pack. I can't believe Miss Canada let Smarty Pants go by unabated that time.
I don't know, Mike. Maybe Miss Canada's got some money on the game. I don't know if the Holy Rollers are trying to cover the spread or what's going on.
I'm not sure what's going on there, but
And Mike, the Rhinestone pack is speeding up so that Smarty can't catch them.
With a whip off a Bucky Cruiser, we're out of time in that jam. Releasing the skater out of the penalty box. 0 points for the Holy Rollers, 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. We've got just over 4 minutes remaining in this bout.
Well, Mike, a little runaway pussy going on down there by the ladies in red. The Holy Rollers have got to figure out a way to put a little bit of points on the board every jam. We've only got 4 minutes and 11 seconds left in this bout. One of these teams leaves tonight 0-2.
That's right. One of them is going to be 1-1. And don't ever count out the Rhinestone Cowgirls. And don't forget about the Wolverine. They are famous if it gets close at the end in total mayhem.
And Mike Sacrilegious back out there after that shoulder injury.
Lady Libertine polishing the pavement. Oh, here comes Category 5. Skate to skate with Sacrilegious. Sacrilegious trying to take her own self out. Category 5 looking behind her. Sacrilegious trying to call it off. And Sacrilegious calls it off in a defensive move. 0 points for the Holy Rollers, 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls.
You know, Mike, my take right there, Karma down there with the clipboard, she is letting all of her players know what to do. She's only got 3 minutes and 42 seconds left with lead jammer status. She quickly told Sacrilegious to call off the jam, and they're going to take a timeout.
Timeout, Holy Rollers. Timeout, Holy Rollers.
I got to tell you, Mike, while we're here in a break, I can't say enough good things about Karma. Karma's down there coaching that team, making sure she knows exactly what she's going to do. And the Holy Rollers only down by 3 points with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left. Do we have any Holy Roller fans in the house tonight? Let's hear it for the Holy Rollers!
Yeah, but get your cowbell on. Can I hear it for the Rhinestone Cowgirls?
Oh, Mike, those Rhinestone fans are smelling victory right now.
Well, I don't know. I've seen the pads they wear. They're smelling something down there. I'm not sure if it's victory yet, but we'd like to remind everybody we do have tickets for the next bout right here, May 15 at the merchandise booth. Right next to the merchandise booth is the Merchant Ship Collective. Make sure and stop by there and check out the new designs, all the stuff they've got. She can custom make things for you if she doesn't have it for you. Long-time merchant here at the Merchant Ship Collective, and our new t-shirt designs. And don't forget to pick up a koozie or a handy flask there at the merchandise booth on your way out before you leave. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Lone Star Beer, secede from the rest of the beer world,
and drink the only beer that's fresh brewed right here in the great state of Texas by real Texans.
For Texans.
Lone Star Beer.
Rock Solid Realty. Not only does she buy and sell and lease her own realty, she'll do it for you. Do you have a rental property you need to flip or fill? Need responsible, experienced property manager for residential house or duplex? Laura has been leasing and managing rentals since the mid-1980s all over Central Austin. For more information on leasing or management, please go to www.welcomehomeleasing.com or welcomehome@austin.rr.com. And we are underway with just over 3.5 minutes remaining in this bout.
Mike, we've got...
Oh, roller going down hard right there. Actually, that wasn't rollergasm. That was another one of our rookie skaters, Alimony, taking herself out on the rail.
Roll whip by Sacrilegious.
Sacrilegious in double jamming duty as Miss Canada making it break free of the pack. Sacrilegious is your lead jammer, closing in on Alimony fast.
Here we go, Mike.
Alimony taking herself out again as she goes into the back of it. Need to confess. And we're out of time in that jam. Calling it off, 2 points for the Holy Rollers, 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. The Holy Rollers are nickel and diming this one together. It's a 1-point bout right now. 25 Holy Rollers, 26 Rhinestone Cowgirls.
Mike, we talked about Karma earlier running this Holy Roller team. I cannot give her enough credit. She's nickel and diamond here. That's exactly what a good coach would coach their team to do in this situation. Where the Rhinestones are speeding up the pack, they are doing exactly what they've got to do to win this game. We've only got 2 minutes and 52 seconds left.
We've got 3 jams remaining as Rollergasm and Horror Show face off against each other. Boy, their skaters going down left and right. Rollergasm trying to, Rollergasm goes down hard, getting taken out by Kathy Licks. There's a wall of Rhinestone Cowgirls. It is category 5, dishing it out right there. Rollergasm still trying to break free of the pack. Half of the jam clock is deteriorated. Rollergasm taking herself out hard, holding her ribs like she hit them hard on that last one. This one's going to go to the time clock here. Neither jammer making it free of the pack yet, and we're out of time in this jam.
Well, Mike, both of those teams played it perfectly. I think the Rhinestones had a smart move there to put the crafty veteran Rollergasm in right there. Smarty Pants makes an outstanding play to throw her into the rail right there and make sure that she can't get by. We are in a deadlock, Mike, 1 minute and 52 seconds left, and we've got a 1-point game.
That's right. Both these teams are getting worn out. Kathy Licks not even able to get up off the floor. She barely comes in off the track. The officials conferring, the Rhinestones and the Holy Rollers going over strategy right here. Normally we've got a 1 minute jam set clock. You know, Peachy Mean there, hair colors and everything, also doing a bunch of coaching over there on the rail, also with Sissy Spankett. Both of them on the bench, but they are taking over coaching duties here as the coach out there skating half the time.
Oh my gosh, Mike West, this is crazy. Look at the score.
We've got a minor penalty.
Marty?
Yeah.
We have a minor penalty on the Holy Rollers.
And they gotta throw it to me, so I gotta fight all these bitches.
Number 138, Kathy Licks for an illegal block.
You know
Kathy
what?
Licks to the penalty wheel.
Okay, you know what? All right, you know what? I'm not gonna hear any more crap from any more of these teams. I'm gonna spin it. Shush! You shush! I'll come up there, jack you up. All right, here we go. You know what I'm spinning? I'm spinning, but it doesn't matter. I'm doing Spank Alley. Fuck these bitches. I'm not gonna go for this team. Spank it! Spank it! Spank it! Are you happy? Are you happy? All right, it's up to you, girls. It's all you. All right? No, that's it. Spank Alley. Back.
Boy, this is unprecedented right here.
I'm not taking it over here. I'm like,
With 1 minute and 52 seconds left, Mighty Aphrodite has put it on both teams. She does not want to choose the penalty. She has chosen Spank Alley, and she has taken the spanking. I think a smart call there by Mighty Aphrodite, who is a former champion Rhinestone Cowgirl herself.
Miss Detoxin.
Since the penalty wheel stopped at 2-lap duel, we're going to do a 2-lap duel.
Oh.
all right. Hey, I tried. 2-lap duel.
We have a 2-lap duel. Mighty Aphrodite, please watch your mouth for a change.
I have been behaving.
I want to apologize there. This is a family event with the girl in the Selena hat.
And it is a 2-lap duel. The offending skater for one team, and Kathy Licks facing off against Truck Stop Trixie. Once again, this is a no-holds-barred 2-lap duel.
And come on, crowd, this is going to decide the game.
Wow, that took him down hard.
Ladies and gentlemen,
No holds barred. Oh, yeah.
I have never seen anything like this.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Neither skater can get through to get started.
Yeah!
And a cut to the ribs.
No cutting of the track is allowed. Once again, no cutting of the track is allowed. And it looks like...
Whoa! Who was it? Who was it?
That's right. Kathy Lick's cutting the track twice. Rhinestone Cowgirls are going to take a point away from the Holy Rollers.
Mike, oh my goodness.
We have 2 jams remaining in this bout.
A minor penalty right there, critical. And we have Rollergasm and Sacrilegious here to decide the game.
And here come the jammers. Come on, fans, make some noise for the Rhinestone Cowgirls.
Hey, we got some Holy Roller fans in the house tonight. Can I hear it from the Holy Rollers?
Sacrilegious getting a whip off the front, trying to make it out free of the pack. Sacrilegious is free of the pack for the Holy Rollers.
Get on your
up in the
feet.
back of the pack. Rollergasm looking over her shoulder. Rollergasm impeding the progress of Sacrilegious. Sacrilegious doing everything she can to stay up above the white line. Now she puts a foot down there below it. And this one's going to the time clock. Well, do we have an official call? Uh-oh. And we're out of time in that jam. Boy, the officials concurring on this one here where look like an illegal takedown there. That's just what I see from here. I'm not an official, so I'm not sure, but she's still down there on the track.
Mike, this bout has been absolutely gonzo. I mean, I've never seen a bout like this in the year and a half I've been commentating. This is unbelievable. Neither of these teams wants to lose.
They both want to win badly. We've got one jam remaining in this bout.
Mike, I am going crazy up here trying to figure out which team, which jammer each team will actually choose to do the last jam of the night in a 2-point bout. I mean, this is as good as it gets.
Well, each team's gonna want to put their star jammer up there, and I gotta think that it's gonna be Smarty Pants for the Holy Rollers. And category 5, the high point scorer for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. Let's see what they pull out of the jam set and who they put where. Because also it's very important who they put up front in the pivot position and who's going to be blocking.
Well, Mike, in this type of situation, you've got to look for the skater that wants that helmet panty on their helmet to jam, that star in their helmet. Great athletes want to have the ball in their hand, so to speak, when the game's on the line. I'm really anxious to see who they have jamming. And Mike, I can honestly tell you, as an analyst of this game, I do not know who's going to win this bout.
Well, the paramedics are assisting Rollergasm off the bank.
Well, Mike, the last time I've seen a skater do anything like Rollergasm has done tonight was when Kater Dye had her big injury after Rocky Casbah had her shoulder hurt, and Kater Dye was that real warrior in the bout last year. I know she's out here tonight, and I can't say enough great things about the character and the tenacity of somebody like Cherry Bomb skater Kater Dye. And here we go, Mike, just as you predicted, Smarty Pants with the star on her helmet versus Category 5. Well, that's why you're a legend in this sport, my friend.
Well, it doesn't take anybody to look at the point table, see the high point scores for each team. They're going to put them up there at the very end. And we're off and rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. This is it. This will be the final jam of the evening tonight. This game is coming down to the wire. 2 points separate both of these teams right now. Both jammers got to skate cleanly through there, stay above the white line in case they need to use it defensively. Category 5 back in the pack. Damsel in distress getting really wide, showing her training as a rookie. Smarty Pants trying to put points on the board for her team.
8 seconds left, Mike.
The Holy Roller shown with 1 point already. And we're out of time in this jam. We are out of time in this bout. 0 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls.
Wait a second, Mike. Let's get an official point.
0 points for the Holy Rollers. We are out of time, ladies and gentlemen, with a score of 26 points for the Holy Rollers, 24 points for the Holy Rollers, 26 points for the Rhinestone Cowgirls. Would you please welcome to the track tonight's champions, ladies and gentlemen, the Rhinestone Cowgirls! Service, and of course the Onion Pizza, the best pizza you'll never remember.
Mike, we'd also like to thank the Cider.com and my man Joe Weaver down there at Hound Dog Productions. Joe, you ain't nothing but a hound dog, baby.
Double Dave's Pizza, the Puta's official sponsor.
Motor Blade Postering Service.
Rock Solid Realty.
And Cheryl, we would like to thank Cheryl at the Poston Company. Thank you, Cheryl.
Her 25th birthday tonight.
Also, Don's Automotive, www.donsautomotive.com. They do domestic and imports. And of course, my peeps down there at The Onion. The Onion is a national publication and website that offers award-winning news and views that readers can't get anywhere else.
We'd like to suggest everybody stop by the merchandise booth on the way out. See Miss Cater Dye over there and all the cherry bombs, cherry chainsaw.
One of
our new t-shirt designs we've got over here. Daisy Date Made Damage is showing everybody there.
Want to thank the Derby Brats. Can't say enough great things about our webcast crew. Production crew, we love you, baby, and we know you guys were working overtime this weekend.
Gotta remind you about Capital Punishment, the Battle of the Bank 2, right here live in Austin, Texas, June 20 and 21st. Buy your tickets now at the merchandise booth. Also, the tickets for the next bout right here, May 17, as the Hellcats face off against the Cherry Bombs.
I can't wait for that one, Mike. We also want to thank the Derby Brats, always coming out here making it happen. The Derby Brats are the future roller derby stars right here in TXRD. And we want to send a special shout out to the Derby brats.
And the Tanya Hardings for putting the track together today. We'd like to thank our statisticians tonight, Crybaby, Bruzy Q, Tits McGee, and Mona Littlemore. And of course our officials, once again El Pelon, that guy,
Son of Sam, and York Hunt.
York Hunt, that's right, Mr. Dax Wilfall, and of course your head referee, Miss D. Toxin. I'm one to Mike Whiteley.
And I'm Wesley Page. Good night, Austin, Texas, wherever you are.